Hey everyone, we're going to talk about slope-intercept form, and just to remind you of what that means, that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, and m is our slope and b is our y-intercept. So what you need to do is you need to find your m and your b, and you're able to write an equation, and all of them will look like something where you have a number times x plus or minus another number. So like y equals 2x plus 1, or y equals 1/2 x minus 3. Whatever it is, the x and the y should still be a part of your equation. And the only thing getting replaced is that m and that b. All right, so for this first example, we have slope equals 1/2, and our y-intercept is -1. The directions say write the equation in slope-intercept form. So simply, y equals mx plus b, well, my slope is the 1/2, and my y-intercept is -1. That's it. That's your answer. Done. Number 2, my slope, m is my slope, by the way, so m equals -2. My slope is -2, and it passes through this point 0, 3. So I need my slope, I have that, and I need my y-intercept. I actually have that because when x is 0, that 3 is my y-intercept. So my equation is y equals -2x plus 3. That -2 is coming from here, and that 3 is positive, and it comes from there because that is 0. Number 3, I need to find the equation that passes through these 2 points. Now I need my slope and my y-intercept. Well, I don't have slope, so let's first deal with that. So we have to use that equation, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? And if we start with this, we need to make these the 1s, right? So x1, y1, and make these 2 the 2s. So x2, y2, and then, you can't even see that. And then I subtract, so I have y2 minus y1, so that's 9 minus 2. And then I have 0 minus 3 on the denominator because that's x2 minus x1, and 9 minus 2 is 7. 0 minus 3 is -3. So my slope is -7/3. Nothing to do now except I need my y-intercept. Well, was I given at between these 2 points? Well, this one, x is not 0, so 2 is not my y-intercept. This one, x is 0, so my y-intercept is 9. So I'm done. I can write my equation. Y equals -7/3 x plus 9, because it's a positive 9. All right, number 4. I have my slope, cool, but I need my y-intercept. Was I given that here? That passes through the point 2, 2. So this is not, x is not 0, so this isn't my y-intercept, right? So I've got to substitute into the equation for the first time on this board here. So I know my slope, I know a point, I don't know my b. So we have our equation. You're going to have to use that. We know our m, that's -3. We know our x value, that's 2. We know our y value, that's also 2. We don't know that b. And we're going to solve for this so that we can get that b. Get much closer. All right, so now we just solved some math, right? We do the math. -3 times 2, that's -6. I'm going to use the green. So I have 2 equaling -6 plus b. Add 6 to both sides, and I have 8 equals b. Yay! I know my y-intercept, and I know my slope. I can write my equation. It's y equals -3x plus 8. Done. Okay, last one to do. This is the hardest of all because I need to find which way. There we go. I need to find my slope first, just like we did over here, and then I've got to do these steps just like we did over here. So it's 2 parts. So I'm going to label these x1, y1, x2, y2, and that means I'm finding my slope. So m equals 7 minus 4 over -5 minus -2. A lot of things going on at the bottom. Let's deal with the top first. Looking here. So 7 minus 4 is 3. -5 minus -2. That's -5 plus 2. 3 on top doesn't change. And -5 plus 2 is -3. And 3 divided by -3 is -1. So my slope is -1. And now I don't have my y-intercept because neither of these x values are 0. So I've got to turn around. I've got to do what we did here. Now I know a slope, and I can pick either ordered pair. And really, neither matters. I'm going to pick the smaller numbers. So I have y equals mx plus b. Instead of my m, I have -1. Instead of my x, I have -2. And my corresponding y is 4. -1 times -2 is +2 plus b equaling 4. I subtract 2, and b then equals 4 minus 2. I know it's hard to see that. 4 minus 2 is 2. Yay, I know my m, I know my b, so I can write my equation. It's y equals -1x plus 2. Yay.